Happy New Year, guys. So I'm hoping that your new year trading has already started so well. So this is just a recap of a trade that I took last week. It's actually my first trade of the year. So I just want to recap it up and show you what I was looking at and why I was looking at it. Those who have been on this particular channel or have watched my videos before, you guys already know that I trade primarily the demand and supply with some ICT concepts in it. So basically, this is the before of the AUDUSD setup when I was taking that particular trade. Just a few moments, maybe probably actually after I took that trade, and this is the after. The trade matured, as you can see, and this is now the current market and live trade setup as it is appearing on my trading view. So basically, when I'm taking this kind of setups, I'm looking for price to come at an area of demand or also supply. So in this particular case,
have you heard all the Forex hype online? Flashy cars, false profits? Here, we are not about the hype. We are about the skill. Our training is real, practical, and beginner-friendly. We will train you how to analyze the market, risk management, and also how to grow your account step by step. You can visit us at Spar Mall, second floor, S47, or give us a call on our number, which is in all our social media platforms, to book your slot and start your journey to financial freedom.
We had a break construction on this side. So when the market was coming down to this area of demand, so the market actually reacted over here and gave us this push. Now I had not entered the trade when this was happening, because actually if I was to take an early entry, or rather an entry of this position, I would have taken it here. But now the market had already left me, so I had no other choice than wait. So what I was looking at next was a fair value gap that the market had left. So in this case, we had a fair value gap in around this zone. As you can see, I've already marked the fair value gap. So I was waiting for price to come and test this particular place here, or that particular fair value gap. Then that would be my entry. Stop loss just a few pips below this 4-hour demand zone that had already been tested once here. So this was actually kind of a second testing or something like that. So it's always good to trade on the fresh zone. That is what I highly recommend. But I had no doubt, since our DSD has been bullish for a while. So I was looking for buys in that case. So I was so confident that the market's gonna come and take this high over here. So what I was looking for is now a proper area of entry. So my entry was around this zone here on this particular FVG. My stop loss was here around 31 pips actually. It was around 31 pips. Yes, 31, 32 pips. Then my take profit was around 31 times 2. Yeah, that is around 64 pips. So this trade was actually taken on what? On 13th January. That is last week. As we were doing the last week live session, which happens on Fridays, I actually showcased this trade to the participants live on TikTok and told them that was my trade, and how I was still holding on to that particular trade. Let's look last week on the 13th. What date it was? What day it was? I took it on 13th, but I still on Friday I was holding on to the trade, and this trade actually closed yesterday on Wednesday. So that is around 1 week of holding on this particular setup, because as you can see, once the market tried to, once my entry was here, but the market was kind of lagging at the same place for a while. Then I think things started moving this week on Monday, that is on 19th. That is when we've had a push, And on Wednesday, today is Thursday actually. So Wednesday yesterday is when we had the main movement for this particular setup, and my take profit was it around 1 p.m. Yes, around that is 1 p.m. So as you can see, that was a 1:2 risk reward ratio. I had the chance of maybe probably riding this move higher to maybe 3 or 3.5. But as you know, you always have to follow your trade management plan. Don't get greedy, because sometimes the market might get to these highs, then react over here, then we might pull back again before you can even go higher. So I was very comfortable in the risk reward of 1:2, and my take profit was it. That is Wednesday yesterday, after 1 week of holding. So I'll just show you this particular setup again on my MT5. So this is the setup that was hit AUDUSD taken on 13th, and take profit was hit yesterday with a profit of that $1,002. So this is my proper trading account, if you're wondering. Now I also had a GBP. Now I had two trades earlier, one trade earlier, but this was just for to keep the the trading account active, because once the trading account remains dormant, it's actually deactivated. These are trade that I had taken, I think December 2025, GBPJPY. So this is another trade setup that I had taken. I had taken two positions. Actually realized that I took two positions on GBPJPY, so I had to close one and leave one running. So I closed earlier this one for the $78. Price was actually moving in my favor before retracing back and closing me at the break even. So I'll show you the setup as well. Um, and this is my trading journal. So I'll be showing you more of these as we move forward. So yeah, so GBP JPY was taken this week on Monday actually. I've been holding on to it until yesterday on Wednesday when the market stopped me out. So this was the setup again. So similar setup. There is nothing new here. So I'm always waiting for price. I'm always looking for a break of structure. Then market, leaving a demand zone or a supply zone. I was waiting to see the market come to this particular demand zone that had been left here, then do a market change of character or market structure shift, or basically create even double bottoms or double tops, whether in demand or supply, then take that particular setup. So this was the before, and price tried to push higher, but I was taken out by this particular week over here. So this week took me out because I had already broken even since the market had pushed so high over here. So let's look at the trade setup live right now. So GBP JPY. So yeah, so this was the setup actually. So the market came down on this particular demand, pushed very high on the lower time frame, that is on M15. We had that change of character, and as well as this gap that the market had left here. So sort of certain that the GBP JPY will push higher, and at least until these levels over here. So I got in at this point. Stop loss was just below this week, on looking the weeks on the left on this side. So the price had actually pushed so high, and actually I was almost eating my take profit. And I had already done break even. Break even means I had already taken my stop loss from here and put it just slightly above my entry point, or my entry price. So, however, I was not lucky because price pulled back and took me out. Look at this week. Oh my goodness! So this is the week that actually took me out. So I was stopped out, and the market since then has been pushing higher. And I believe JBP JPY has still the potential to take these highs on this particular side, this buy side liquidity. So those are the two setups, that I've already started 2026 with. I'll be updating you on this particular challenge and trades that I'll be taking on a weekly basis. I will not be able to do it on a daily basis, but I'll be able to do it on a weekly basis. Let's hope for the best. Keep following. Make sure if you enjoy these kind of videos, make sure please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, leave a comment. This actually keeps me motivated in making more and more of these videos. See you on the next one, and bye bye. I hope you learned something. Cheers.